Hello and welcome to Politics Today on Channels Television. I'm Sheung Okinbalwe. Commotion, rage unleashed when police cordoned parts of the National Assembly, then the hallowed chamber of the House of Representatives turned into a theater of war. Well, and away from the House of Representatives with a commotion that happened in the past week.
All right, sir. The Deputy Speaker has been impeached.
Right from Dr. Adewale is the Speaker of the State House of Assembly by the mandate of majority of all the honorable members in the state.
It was on the same day we began permutations of political mathematics as several PDP lawmakers in the Ekiti House of Assembly moved to unseat Adewale as Speaker of the House. Those are major focus on the program today. Welcome once again to Politics Today on Channels Television. I'm Sheung Okinbalwe. But before we get into the mix of things on the program, here are some of your major political stories of the week. Let's start from Abuja, the nation's capital, where the Supreme Court has ordered that the Taraba State acting governor be removed and the Deputy Governor Abubakar Danladi be sworn in. And the judgment delivered by Justice Sylvester Unwata, the Supreme Court held that the impeachment panel set up by the House of Assembly to investigate Danladi violated his rights to fair hearing. Mr. Danladi was impeached in 2012 by the Taraba House for gross misconduct and engaging in private businesses. The All Progressives Congress, the APC, held a rally they tagged the Salvation Rally in Abuja with the aim of winning voters ahead of 2015 elections. The party told the crowd and their supporters that the APC will stabilize the country and restore true democracy. After the rally, the leaders of the party led the crowd in a march around Abuja metropolis to protest insecurity issues in the country. And now to the major discussion of the day, but let's begin in Abuja, the nation's capital, where the National Assembly complex is situated, and of course where we saw those dramatic events unfold. The House of Reps had adjourned to December 3rd, but because of the expiration of the state of emergency in Nigeria's northeast region and the proposal by the President to the National Assembly to extend the state of emergency, the House decided to reconvene. Remember that before the House went on that break, just before the Speaker of the House, Honorable Aminu Tambuwa, announced that he had decided to move to the All Progressives Congress, a big controversy. But when the House decided to reconvene on Thursday, some parts of the complex have been cordoned off by the police. The trouble began when Honorable Tambuwa was set to make his way through the gates, and he was said to have been stopped. And what we saw afterwards was tear gas, and members made their way into the premises just this way. I'll allow you to see some of the dramatics that went down at the gates of the National Assembly complex. You can see.
It all started with this long traffic at the entrance of the Parliament. By 10 o'clock in the morning, there were policemen in strategic positions searching vehicles going into the National Assembly. But that was the preliminary to the drama yet to unfold. The last gate was under lock and key. Furious lawmakers demanded explanations from these policemen at the gate, who refused to say a word.
Nigerian nation, this is serious. What is happening? What is happening? Are you three citizens of this country?
Not even the arrival of the Speaker of the House of Representatives moved the police to open the gate. Like football fans scaling the fence into a stadium, the lawmakers started climbing the gate in defiance of the presence of the policemen who locked the gate to prevent them from holding the day's proceedings.
As you can see, allow us enter to do our legitimate duties, our job that we have been elected to do, all because of the selfish reasons of some people that, we cannot tell.
Finally, the Speaker was forcefully taken into the premises by his supporters. Other lawmakers joined him as they moved towards the main building. The approach met another resistance as police fired tear gas to prevent them from gaining entrance into the building. But the lawmakers forced their way into the Green Chamber, and the Speaker took his seat amidst solidarity songs from his colleagues. Angry lawmakers immediately started gathering signatures, calling for the impeachment of the president. Meanwhile, the Senate president had access into the main building without any resistance. He received a briefing on the security situation from the police commissioner in charge of the Federal Capital Territory and headed straight for the House of Representatives chamber.
Yes, I will tell you that people today will lie. Let's move the motion here. You are killing What is it doing here? What is it doing here? What is it doing here? Yes, what is it doing here? What is the Senate President doing in our chamber? Who invited him? Official or what? Who invited him here? Majority of us have to grant the guest. Shut up. Don't tell me that. If you say that again, I'll slap you. I tell you that. If you tell me, I will slap you. I'm willing to talk.
However, some of the lawmakers kicked against the Senate president's presence, insisting that he must leave the chamber. In the end, he left the House and issued a statement closing down the Parliament till Tuesday.
Well, as if we've not had enough on that particular occasion. In Ekiti State, the 7 PDP lawmakers sought to elect a new speaker replacement for Honorable Adewale, but as the process was going on in Ado-Ekiti, 19 of the APC lawmakers were in Lagos briefing journalists, and they insist what's going on in Ado-Ekiti is illegal. Well, on the program tonight, we take a look at the implications of the dramatic events which unfolded in the week and where that could lead us as a nation. I have joining me in the studio now the Publicity Secretary of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Mr. Alhaji Lai Mohammed. Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
And also we have via Skype joining us from Abuja is the former aviation minister and a member of the PDP, Mr. Femi Fani-Kaude. Thank you for joining us tonight, Mr. Fani-Kaude.
Good evening.
All right. Let me start with you, Alhaji Lai Mohammed. It looks so interesting and those pictures that we just saw, the way some of your members who are in the House, the way they comported themselves. For lawmakers of their pedigree, how this honorable could scaling the assembly fence look like?
I think it would be unfortunate to look at this issue from the way or manner the members of the House gain access into the complex. We should look at what actually led to this. Mr. President wrote a letter to the National Assembly, to the Speaker in particular, asking him to please reconvene the House so that he can discuss so that the House can discuss his request for the extension of state of emergency in Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe states. The Speaker, Amin Tambua, put national interest over and above his own personal security or political career, knowing fully well that the same president with his, with his party had been trying to remove him as Speaker. He went and he convened the House. And all of a sudden, what did he find out? He got to the second gate of the house, of the complex, and he was prevented from getting into the National Assembly. He got down from his vehicle, introduced himself. He said, I am Aminu Waziri Tambua, the Speaker of the House of Representatives. I want to gain access to my chambers to preside over proceedings. And all the policemen there turned deaf ears. Now, this is the same police that allowed the Deputy Speaker a few minutes before to enter the complex. Now, given the circumstances, what did the Speaker do? The Speaker, with the aid of his members, broke down the gate and went to preside over proceedings.
Is that the right thing to do?
Absolutely. You see,
breaking down the gates
in the circumstances
of a national infrastructure like that.
In the circumstances, yes. If your house is on fire,
If your house on fire, like
just listen,
just a moment.
If your house is on fire, if your house is on fire and your family is in the house, trapped there, and the fire service refuses to come to your aid, what will you do? You will break into your house. What was in that house was democracy. What this honorable members did was to preserve democracy. Otherwise, what we'll be facing today will be a situation where the Speaker would have been impeached and there will be chaos all over the country.
How did you know that, Alhaji Mohammed?
For the simple reason that, you see, thank you, Shehu. Why will the Speaker be prevented from entering the National Assembly?